Alright, so here's day 2 of my trip up to Glacier National Park. Made it out to Meadow Hot Springs here in central Utah. Well, central Utah, I'd call it. Okay, so I want to pause here for a moment to talk about hot springs. Hot springs occur in geothermally active areas around the globe. Here's a map of the United States showing the most geothermally active regions. Meadow is located here. Now, the hot springs in the area are primarily driven by volcanic activity, meaning the Earth's crust is much thinner, allowing hot magma from underneath the Earth to heat the groundwater in the area, often driving it up by convective forces through vents and fissures. Here in Meadow Hot Springs, there are 3 naturally occurring pools with descending temperatures. In the hottest of the 3 pools is fed by the source that forces hot water up through vents in the bedrock. The water here is naturally maintained at about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, then flows to an adjacent pool, which is slightly cooler, and a 3rd pool even cooler yet, then out to the surrounding areas via streams and groundwater. The 2nd and 3rd pool are teeming with fish and perfect temperature for swimming. A quick note of caution before we go forward though. These geothermal sources can produce water that is scalding. If you ever visit one, test the water temperature before putting your body in it. Some of these can produce severe burns and would ruin your trip. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the video. Alright, I made it to the first spring here. I think this is one of the hot ones. Really beautiful. I'm gonna go and see how it feels. Maybe just take a quick little dip in it, and then I'm gonna head over to the other ones. This thing is nice and warm. It's like a jacuzzi in here, minus the jets, of course. But yeah, this is just beautiful, warm. I mean, this thing is heated by hot magma under the earth, and the water pushes up. This is just a wonder of nature, I think. It's also kind of interesting here is the smell. It's not bad, not very strong, but when you get down in the water, you can kind of smell it. It's this kind of strange combination of sulfur and cow poop. So this is actually on a farmer's ranch, private property actually, but he lets people in here. And yeah, so you can smell the cow poop from the cows over there, which isn't too bad, to be honest. And then there's kind of a slight sulfury smell from this little hot spring right here. It's actually really pleasant. I mean, all things considered, it's really nice. All right, again here on day 2 of my trip up to Glacier, and I got this airmail beacon over here. So I visited 2 of the arrows on the way up here, and those arrows used to have a beacon tower just like this attached on them, but I think both of them, I showed you there's just a base left. The actual towers, most of them had been taken down by the US government and used for scrap metal to support the war effort during World War II. And this one, I guess, north of Salt Lake, it seems like a lot of them have survived. And the arrows, actually not so much. This one, it looks like the arrow, the actual concrete arrow, has been removed and paved over. Actually, fresh smell of asphalt here. It's been paved over. It's been paved over a long time ago, but they just paved it, seems like in the last day or 2. But yeah, so you see that little white shed behind it, that's where the generator was located. I believe it was an oxyacetylene or an acetylene generator, and it would pipe up the acetylene to the top. There used to be a beacon up at the top, run by burning acetylene, very bright, and you can see it for miles. So this used to be one of those locations the pilots would go from Salt Lake City to Great Falls. This was on that airmail route that was contracted by the US government. So it's pretty cool. I like that they've maintained this one. It's still going. I hope it stays around for many more years. Alright, I'll see you at the next one. I think I'm heading out to I'll call it a night tonight and head back to the campground